standing in the room where the 1916 leaders agreed to surrender. They had not planned to stay here, but this was where Pearse, Connolly, McDiarmid, Plunkett and Clark spent the last 24 hours of the rising.
Just another about 50 metres on the top here, the British Army have completely and utterly surrounded the city. And it's something that the rebels aren't fully aware of when they're leaving the GPO. They still think they can make a breakout and get into the North City and then from the North City into the countryside. The reality is there are now 30,000 troops surrounding the city and they're completely penned in.
Families were living in these houses in 1916. There are plans to research their stories. There is already a wealth of information in the archives on what happened here during the last day of the rising.
Connolly, who's in a bed in the corner on the first floor of number 16, realising that he's going to have to be taken out on a stretcher into the street. He sits up in bed, sick as he was, and shaves himself so that he will look as well as he can when he goes out. It was important to them that they went out as proper soldiers and not as ragtag and bobtail.
The work is just beginning and there will be only limited access during the centenary week in April 2016.
Obviously, it will still be a building site at that stage, but we want to allow limited access insofar as we can, and people will be able to come in and see what is happening. Hopefully by the end of 2016, I expect that the building will be completed.
Reaction from relatives groups was mixed.
We are concerned that some of the development involves the demolition of number 18. Obviously we're delighted that it's now in the ownership and that it will be conserved.
Well, the government is certainly satisfied. They've signed the cheque, it's all done and dusted, and just the builders have to get in and get it done.
The houses at Moore Street are just a few hundred yards from the GPO. Work is underway there on a 1916 visitor centre which is expected to open in March. Colman O'Sullivan, RTE News.